Most brands nowadays know that plain text emails convert really well for e-com specifically. However, the general perception is that you need to be this like crazy direct response copywriter in order to actually make high converting plain text emails. But that's only kind of like a half truth per se, right? Because with the correct templates, you can actually blast out plain text emails that beat your design emails by like 2x in revenue. And that's exactly what I'm gonna show you in today's video. So the 5 templates I'm gonna show you today are not ones that you can use every single week on a consistent cadence. However, if you're using them once, maybe twice per month, it's gonna absolutely crush for you, right? So let's kind of jump into it. And by the way, if you want these 5 plug and play plain text email templates, feel free to sign up to my newsletter and I'll just send this doc over to you. The first one is this like leaked pricing update type of email, right? So this is one of my personal favorites because of how straight to the point it is, but also how well it actually works. Essentially, it's an internal plain text memo that wasn't actually supposed to go out to the public, if that makes sense, but it was accidentally sent to like the wider list. And since it's already been sent out, you kind of send this as an update follow-up email saying, oh, you know, like because we already accidentally leaked this, we're just gonna keep this live for 24 hours and we're gonna honor the discount for you. The dope thing is that it introduces real urgency and real scarcity because of the 24 hours component to it. But also it kind of appeals to this like dark side of psychology where it's like people always want to feel like they got a great deal, or maybe like they want to feel like they got one up on the other person, particularly when it comes to like corporations. There's also other directions, by the way, that you can take with this type of email. Like for example, if you're planning to increase your prices in, let's say, March, right? What you can do is send this as like an internal memo that gets leaked, saying something like from the CEO, like, hey, you know, just a heads up to the marketing team, we're gonna raise the prices from this to this on March 25th. So we probably want to push some marketing campaigns to get people to buy and basically inform them that prices are actually going up on 25th of March. Maybe you want to include a slight incentive there, doesn't really matter, right? But the point is, because it's this whole like leaked internal memo, it makes the email feel a lot more believable to the average reader. The second plain text email template that I wanted to share is this like angry boss email, right? So there's kind of several ways you can also take with this specific template, but one of the most simple ones, again, if you want to just convey an offer directly, is the whole angle of like, hey, our boss just found out about this discount and he's planning to shut it down. So you have 24 hours to grab this before it's too late. Now, the key here is you want to actually execute this as a forwarded email type of template, right? So essentially you want to format this as if it's a forwarded email chain from the CEO to the marketing team. So for example, the CEO could go like, something like, oh my God, how could you guys release this discount to the public? You know we can't afford this as a business, blah, 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 blah. And then the marketing team going, oh, hey, I'm so sorry, like, you know, it wasn't meant to go out, yada, yada, yada. And as a result, people are gonna believe it and take advantage. But also, you can make it like hilarious to the point where people can look through it, but because it's such a quirky thing, it's gonna catch the attention and as a result get way more people to the website, and as a result get you guys a lot more purchase events. So if you're actually curious about how to format a forwarded email, I'm just gonna jump into ChatGPT and I'll show you guys exactly how to do so. So effectively, you're just gonna go and take the screenshot from this exact doc, and you're gonna feed it into ChatGPT, telling it to write this email in code. And what it's gonna do is, it's gonna give you the HTML version of your email. And once it does that, you can either tell it to rewrite the copy for you directly, or you can just go in and change the text blocks into the different copy that you actually want to upload. In this instance, I'm just gonna tell it to kind of rewrite this in the angle that I want. And I'll show you guys how to actually put this inside of Klaviyo. So once it actually updates the code itself, you're gonna go inside of Klaviyo and then you're gonna create a new campaign, and in the design section, you're gonna switch to a HTML editor. The alternative to this is if you put plain text editor and then you toggle it into the source code section, and you just simply paste in the code that ChatGPT gives. And if you hit the preview button, you're gonna be able to see exactly what the email looks like, and it's gonna look exactly like the screenshot that we just gave you as an example. Now, there are actually other angles you can take with this. The angry boss angle is just kind of more of an example, but essentially the emotion to evoke here is that of anger and controversy, right? So in this instance, the reason why we're calling it the angry boss method is because it's the CEO that's driving that like scarcity and FOMO. But it could also be the customer, right? So for example, you could have an angry customer review, but it's actually kind of like a positive one. So for example, if you're selling something in the skincare space, rather than writing an actual email complaint from a customer and then showing it being forwarded to the marketing team or whatever, think about all of the complaints that your customers may have if your product worked too well. You see what I mean? That way it emphasizes the benefits of the product, but also creates a real sense of reason to buy for non-purchasers. Now, the third email template and the third kind of like angle, I guess, that we love to use is the oops, we sent it out too early type of angle. And this is really great, particularly for early bird sales. So for example, if you had a Valentine's Day sales event that was supposed to go live on the 1st of February, you can send out this as a plain text email maybe on the 27th, kind of leaking the discount. So this is effectively going to be a 2 email sequence. The first email is just your standard promotional email, and the magic here is with the follow-up email, right? So in the follow-up email, it's like, hey, look, sorry, the discount wasn't actually supposed to have been sent out, but since you already have it, we can't really prevent you from using the codes. So yeah, just a reminder that this code is going to be active until XYZ date, so enjoy it while it lasts. Now, the emotion that you're trying to appeal to here is you're essentially creating this kind of like fake VIP club, because it's this like exclusive discount that was sent to the customer basically on false. And the emotions that you're trying to evoke here is essentially one of like making someone feel kind of special or exclusive or treating them as a VIP without actually justifying the VIP treatment, right? Because you're essentially blasting this out to a wider list, and if someone's a non-buyer and barely opens your emails, if you try to run a VIP angle to them, they're gonna kind of see this and just be like, well, there's no reason for you to give me this discount early, right? Whereas if you do it like this, it's gonna make them feel kind of special because they feel that this is an exclusive thing and they were lucky enough to be a part of this like kind of like happy mistake, if you will. And also, it kind of adds a bit of urgency without necessarily the pressure of doing so, because you're essentially informing them, hey, look, this came out early, so you have a bit more time to enjoy it. So there's no huge rush, but there is going to be a hard deadline of this date, right? Which kind of brings me on to the fourth type of email template, which is the you weren't supposed to see this type of angle. So this is essentially very, very similar to 3. In this instance, telling people like, hey, you weren't actually supposed to see this discount because it was supposed to be run only to our VIP customers, but our marketing intern kind of sent this to the entire list, and now we're basically going to honor it because otherwise, you know, the code is just not going to work for the majority of you. And we don't know who's VIP and who's not effective. This again tackles that whole emotion of like, people love to receive something for nothing effectively. And essentially it's kind of like accidentally upgrading people to business class without any reason, simply due to like a clerical error. Both these templates work incredibly well in tandem, but just kind of, you know, like space them out over a quarter as opposed to on a monthly cadence, because you definitely don't want to spam this type of angle, even though it works really, really well. Which kind of brings me on to the 5th one, because remember how in the previous template, I mentioned that this is a mistake, like you weren't supposed to see this. Effectively, the last one is to follow up any email marketing mistake that you make, right? Essentially, what you could do to recover from a email marketing fuck up, and I learned this and I created this angle back in 2020 because I made a very, very, very stupid mistake on a client account. Basically, I don't even know if I want to tell this story. I misspelled contraception with conception. So you can imagine how it was like a simple typo, but the words had such different implications. You know what I mean? As a result, how I was able to kind of turn this around was I sent this disgruntled employee blowout sale type of offer. So there's kind of 2 ways to go with this, right? So the point of this email is to acknowledge the previous mistake in the email marketing. And in this instance, it was the whole like typo, right? So effectively, you can send this from one or two perspectives. The first perspective is the company CEO or the founder or the business owner or whatever's absolutely freaking out about this mistake, right? And you can raise engagement and also drive sales like this. What you would say is something along the lines of like, hey, this is insert your name. I'm the founder of this brand, and I am super sorry that in my previous email, we made this mistake in the copy, and you call out the mistake directly. We're deeply sorry about this. We hired a marketing intern. However, as a result of this huge mistake, we've had to let this employee go. But on the bright side though, just to make up for this mistake, we're gonna give you XYZ discount. That's one method. And then obviously in the PS, you can kind of soften the blow by saying something like, hey, obviously that was a joke. The employee didn't actually get fired. The offer is valid, but please understand that we all make mistakes, and I already gave the marketing intern kind of like a rough time, right? So you kind of make it into a very serious tone. You overcompensate for the mistake, give the offer, and then make a little joke at the end. So that's one direction that you can take this. The second direction, which is kind of hilarious too, and it's a bit more dark, and it's that it's gonna be written from the perspective of the disgruntled employee, which they're gonna say something like, hey, look, because of the mistake I made in the previous email, which I said this instead of this, I've actually gotten fired as a result. So before I leave the company, I know I really shouldn't be doing this, but here's a massive discount for everyone. Fired anyway, so I might as well take advantage for you guys while I have the opportunity to do so. And then in the PS, you could say, yeah, like, not gonna lie, my boss didn't actually fire me. This was just to kind of like make up for the mistake that I did, and he asked me to send a follow-up email, and so I thought it would be kind of funny if I pretended to get fired. Something like that in the PS, right? So you can see it's both very lighthearted, humorous type of tones, but also taking ownership of that mistake, as well as giving something back in return. These 5 templates, when used sporadically throughout your content calendar, it's gonna drive a significant amount of revenue, because each of these templates are basically guaranteed to beat your average revenue per campaign by about 2x. They're very gimmicky, which is why you can't really use them, so they're not super scalable. But if you need a quick injection of cash into the business, this is how you do it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys want the best email marketer in the game to work on your account, then you should book in a call with my team, and we'd love to run a completely free audit into your account, giving you precise insights into exactly where the leaks in your funnels are, as well as how much revenue you can actually get from your email marketing channels that is like personalized to your account, to your niche, to your average order value, as well as to your lifetime value of your customer, as well as just get some expert guidance in terms of how to scale to 8 and 9 figures with your brand. Feel free to just book in a call with us. We'd love to speak to you, and I'm hoping this video was incredibly valuable for you guys. See you in the next one.